Hi guys, welcome to my channel Fish and Yak. If this is your first time here, we specialise in kayak fishing, hints, tips, fit outs, all different types of kayaks as well as kayak reviews. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss anything. So let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to Fish and Yak. Look, today I'm reviewing a sit-in kayak. Not like the one from last video where I test paddled a sit-on-top kayak. This is a sit-in kayak. It's from Bay Kayaks. It's the winner brand of kayak. I only picked it up a couple of days ago, so I really haven't. This is an unbiased opinion and review of this kayak, as I don't get paid by Bay Kayaks, but I'm just reviewing it for them. They're a great bunch of guys, and I'll give you their details at the end of this video. So this is an unbiased review of this really nice looking 3.8 metre sit-in kayak. So what's it called? It's called the Strider 3.8 metre sit-inside fishing kayak. It has a weight capacity of 150 kilos, which encompasses the paddler and everything else that the paddler takes with them out on their expeditions. It weighs 31 kilos, so it's a fairly solid sit-inside kayak, and overall looking at it, looks to be fairly well made. So what I might do, I might start from the rear of the kayak and work our way through to the front. So let's take a look at this. So basically, at the back of the kayak you have the traditional grab handle, and this grab handle seems to be of very, very good quality. It's a good webbing strap they use with a good, nice, comfortable handle. Because as I said, it's 31 kilos. It's not a light sort of craft, but at least you can grab hold of it, and I managed to carry this by myself from the car over there, which is just behind the camera, over to where we are here. So you've got that, and that's a good feature straight up. Here, which is quite unique to sit-in kayaks, is this. You've got this covered hatch at the back behind the seat. So all it is, you just lift this up, and it's got the bungee strap so you can strap things on top, like sleeping bags or camping equipment, cooking equipment in dry bags underneath here. But there's another option here, and I really like this feature of this kayak. How good's that? Really well thought out design. Now in here, got your trolley wheels, life jackets, and other bits and bobs. You can put bait in there, food, more camping equipment. Really great feature. Great storage, because the thing with sit-in kayaks, you don't get a lot of storage space through the way they're designed, but this is a really good feature. There again, it's on like a gas strut like it has on the back of a station wagon, but I like that idea. Moving forward a fraction, we've got the traditional 45-degree angled rod holders here. I don't know if you can see them on the video, but your rods go in there, and you'll see on the still photographs that I'll take later what they actually look like. So there's two of them behind the seat. You put your rods or rod tubes in there. Just another great storage option. Just in front of that, behind the seat, which folds down, a little bit more storage area. There's D-clips here where you can strap things down, like pliers, fish grips, you know, things that you want to keep in tight around you while you're kayaking or kayak fishing. So a bit more storage there. Plenty of storage in this kayak for a sitting kayak. I'm very impressed so far. The seat. I've got to say, I actually sat in this last night, and I had it in the garage at home, and I thought I'll just try this seat before I put it out on the water. Really comfortable, I've got to say. On a hard concrete slab, it was pretty comfortable sitting inside this kayak. It's a kayak that has a seat like that. Okay, folds down. It's got the feet out, so you can see the feet, and they go in sort of like receptacles inside the kayak bit. I'll show you that in the still photographs that I'll take. Just goes in like so. Perfect. And you can adjust the straps here for body shape, and you know, everybody's different, so you can contour this seat to how you want it, which is another good feature. But there's one other feature of this seat which I will show you at the end of this video, and you'll be quite surprised how it works, and it's really surprising to me. I've never seen it done like this before, but we'll get to that in a moment. Move further down. Another good feature here is two rod holders at the front. I'm a massive fan of having these rod holders at the front. The reason being, you can get to your fishing rods and you can actually see what's going on if you're trolling out of your kayak. The problem is if you put your fishing rods at the back, you can't see what the tip's doing, you know, if you picked up weed or hooked a fish. It's a bit awkward. But have the fishing rods at the front in these really well-made rod holders, I must say, is a great idea. Now, how these things work, they're in a what they call a starport mount. It's a starport mount, and basically it just fits in like so, like that. That's it there. Don't know if you can see it or not, but it just fits in to a starport mount. So it's got a star-shaped bit of plastic, goes in like so, like that, and there you go. It's perfect. Great idea to have the rods there. So take that one out. Further on here we have two more storage units. They're open, they're not covered. You can put a few things in there like lures or hooks or sinkers or whatever you want to do in there. So plenty of storage so far in this kayak. I'm pretty well impressed. Here we've got our traditional, you can see that, well there. It's a covered well. You know, you can put your car keys, your wallet, your phone in there. Free tip, even though this is a secure, fairly waterproof sort of hatch, and that's what it is, it's a hatch, it's a good idea to buy yourself a little dry bag to put all your phones, your car keys, your wallet in, and then put it inside here, just for added protection. It's a fairly good idea. So, once again, plenty of storage. Okay, moving along to this end, and I'll just move the kayak down a bit so you can see this. Okay, here is another really good hatch idea. Pull it up, turn it, there it is. Now you've got access to the inside of the kayak. Now in here, as I said, you can put your camping gear, food, cooking equipment, fishing tackle, dry clothes. Once again inside a dry bag, and then inside the hull of the sit-in kayak, and then you just close it like that, down like so. Bob's your uncle. Plenty of storage, once again. So far, from what I've seen in this sit-in kayak, I'm impressed with the storage of it, because as I said, a lot of sit-in kayaks don't have that facility due to the way they're made. Moving forward again, we've still got the usual bungee cords here. You can store things under there, and another good grab handle at the front. Another good grab handle at the front, so you've got one at the front, one at the back. If two people are with you, you can pick it up off your trailer or your car, take it down to the water. Very simple. And a drain plug right at the tip of it. Usually they're at the back. I presume the manufacturers put this here because there's not much room down the back, because that's where the handle is. So they've extended the front, or the tip of the kayak, and that's a drain plug. At the end of the day when you wash it down, just tip the kayak over and let the water run out. And also too, here's another free tip, and a lot of people don't know this. With kayaks, if you've got them stored near heat, in a garage where it's hot, or even outside, release this bung. It's like a bung on a boat. Just release it to let the heat and air circulate through the kayak, because there has been times where kayaks have sort of like warped a little bit. I've never had that done, never had that happen to my kayaks, as I always release these type of plugs or bungs, pull them out so the air can get through and circulate through the kayak. So that's it there. Also too, with this, we have another good feature. Another good feature of this kayak is a paddle keeper. And what that is, there's the paddle. Okay, there's the paddle, and there's a cord here. I don't know if you can see that. You put your paddle in like that, so like that, clip it on, and your paddle stays with you. But I'll show you that out on the water when we do that. So that's it. That's the 3.8 metre sit-in fishing kayak called the Strider from Bay Kayaks. And yeah, I suppose all we have to do now is really test it. And how do we do that with kayaks? Well, we put that out on the water. Let's go. Okay guys, we're now got the kayak in the water, and the first thing I notice is the stability of this 3.8 metre sit-in kayak. I have to say, stability wise, very good. Very, very good. Very impressed with the stability of the kayak. The way it's tracking is quite surprising, because most sit-in kayaks that I've ever used, when you paddle them, they tend to want to go off in that direction or that direction over there. This kayak, if I point it in that direction with my paddle stroke, it goes where I want it. And that is quite good. Fairly quick. Be great to fish out of. You got the rod holders here next to the GoPro camera I'm using for this. And I have to say, I would enjoy fishing from this craft. It's quite good, it's very stable and it's comfortable. Everything I can reach too. I can reach everything here in this kayak. The stability is good. When I'm trying to reach things, I'm not, worried about tipping over. And the tracking, that's what I'm impressed with, the tracking. The tracking seems to be very, very good. And it's going where I point it. Very nice. Where would this kayak be useful for people? Well, for big estuaries, bays, fairly large river or estuary systems, this kayak would be not too bad. I think you'd be surprised. I think you'd be very happy with it. The seat, well, this seat, I could sit here all day. This is a bit like one of my lounge chairs at home out the back. It's quite comfy, and I don't think I'd suffer from the numb bum situation that you seem to have when you use different seats in kayaks, because you're sitting right on the base of the kayak. But another good advantage about sit-in kayaks, and that's the fact that you've got a bit more protection on your body. Now, today's going to be about 33 degrees once this cloud cover lifts. And I found when I'm sitting in a sit-in kayak, when it's summertime, I don't get so much sunburn on my legs, because I've got the front part of the cockpit of this kayak, and it sort of like gives you a bit of protection. Where on a sit-on-top kayak, you're fully exposed to the elements. So this kayak, yeah, it's quite pleasing to use. Very impressed with this. Very good. Another thing about the sit-in kayaks is their stability. The stability is very, very good, and the reason being is because you're sitting a lot lower to the water line, where with a sit-on-top kayak, you're sitting fairly well above the water line, and you do get that tendency to do a bit of a rocking motion. But with the sit-in kayak, you're sitting lower. The lower point of gravity is lower. I'm very, like, even though I've got plenty of freeboard here, I'm sitting lower to the surface of the water. This kayak would suit a recreational paddler, recreational fisherman who wants a bit of fun, but also the bass fisherman would like this kayak because it's fairly easy to manoeuvre. Sure, it's 3.8 in length, so the tighter rivers might be a bit of an issue, but for estuary systems like where I am today, this is part of the Georges River in Sydney, it fits the bill. The 3.8 metre Strider from Bay Kayaks. Check it out. Now I'm just going to check what sort of speed I could get out of this kayak, and we'll give it full blast now. That's quick. That's very quick indeed. So it's a fairly fast kayak, it's stable, very well made, I've got to say that, very well made. So yeah, very impressed with this. Not a bad machine. So we've come to the end of our kayak review here today with the Strider 3.8 sit-in fishing kayak from Bay Kayaks. What do I think of this kayak? Would I buy it? Yes, I would. I'm very impressed with this kayak, and I think Bay Kayaks and Winner Kayaks are on a winner with this craft. So where does this kayak fit in the plethora of other fishing kayaks that are currently on the market? Well, for overall build quality, functionality, usability, and at a price point that I think most people watching this video can afford, I think Bay Kayaks are on a winner with this kayak, and for that they should be very proud indeed. So where can you find out about this kayak, the price, different colour options and other specifications? Quite easy. Jump on Bay Kayaks website, which is www.baykayaks.com.au. It's www.baykayaks.com.au, and on that website you'll see all their full range of kayaks and other fishing and kayaks and or normal kayaks that they sell, prices, specifications and colours and delivery and payment options. So that's www.baykayaks.com.au. Have a look at that. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised what you see on that website. Great bunch of guys. So overall, that's it for another episode of Fishing Yak. Thanks for joining me here, and as I always say, be nice to yourself, family and friends, but most of all, have fun. Take care, and I'll see you on the water somewhere in this beautiful country we call Australia. Bye for now.